Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bills franchise mode in Madden 2002. It's been a little bit here, but we're finally kicking off year number 2. I explained yesterday I kind of had some issues with recording time in the previous weekend, but we are here regardless. The video's going up a little late, but it's more Bills football, baby, and we have a brand new roster. Not really brand new, but the offensive line is completely brand new, I can tell you that much. As all that draft capital that we were able to get at the beginning of last season, we were able to completely rebuild our offensive line and even add some prospects on the defensive side of the ball with those picks as well. So it was a great draft, and the outlook for the team this year is a lot better, but we are young, so I don't know what the ceiling necessarily is for this kind of team. I guess you could say it's pretty high, given that, it's just young and it's raw, it's green talent, you know what I mean? But I think realistically, you could probably expect it to be a little bit lower from maybe where it was, because I think we overachieved a little bit last season by winning 7 games, so maybe in that 5 to 6 range might be a little bit more realistic this season, but who knows? I would like, my personal goal is just to at least match 7 and 9, or 8 and 8, get around 500 again. Because I think as long as we're playing 500 football, we will keep the fans on our side and keep the hope and the optimism riding. And I think there's only a couple pieces that really are not working or won't work this season that we need to replace. Like Trent Dilfer might be one of those pieces. So it's just something to monitor and watch out for here as we enter our first game against the New England Patriots, who had a bit of a rough season last year. But Drew Bledsoe did not have a rough season, and he's picking up right where he left off with a huge catch along the sideline to, I believe, the Patriots' new big face. Or no, actually it's not. It's Charles Johnson, who had over 500 yards and a touchdown last season. But the Patriots are a team, a very interesting team to talk about now, our quote-unquote new division rival here. Obviously, the Patriots are not a new division rival, but in the new AFC East here, without, no longer with the Colts in it, this is now how it pans out. But the Patriots stall out here in their first chance at some points and have to rely on Vinatieri to get them 3 rather than 6. So our defense doing what they need to do inside the red zone, obviously. But on the other side of the ball, and here's Sammy Morris picking up exactly where he left off, getting out into open space here along the sideline, got people in tow, and they're able to catch up here, but not before he gets inside the 10-yard line of New England. And Sammy Morris just continuing from his MVP caliber season he had last season, which obviously didn't get any recognition from the NFL, but it's just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous. But Sammy Morris finishing off what he started. He had 11 of them last year, and he's already got 1 in this game. Averaged over 6 yards a carry, man. Just crazy stuff from a player that on this offense I really did not think was going to be that big of a contributor for us. He ended up being a major one, but I'm fine with. But we're loaded at running back with young running back talent between Sean Bryson and Travis Henry behind Sammy Morris. So I think the outlook there is amazing. And speaking of outlooks here, we got a brand new face on the Bills team making a splash here early in this game here. Michael Westbrook, our new acquisition here, coming all the way from Washington. We were able to get him out of free agency. He's one of our big acquisitions, of course, and he gets us a nice reception here. But quickly becomes 3rd and 9. Dilfer back to pass, gets rid of it quickly, slings it down the sideline. That ball's batted around, but somehow it is caught. I have no idea how, but somehow we have a Bills receiver coming down with it. And it's Westbrook again, man, with the concentration off of the batted ball, able to come down with it. That's like a later NCAA Madden thing, like in 04 and 05. That happens like all the time. It doesn't really happen in these older ones, but hey, I will take it. As Michael Westbrook able to come down with it with 2 feet in bounds, and now we're looking at a scoring chance. We were out 3rd and 9. Now we're looking at a scoring opportunity. So first and goal here in the I formation. Dilfer going to pitch this one out to Morris, and who else, baby? Plenty of good space and open blocks here. That's what happens when you invest in the offensive line. And already, man, Sammy Morris with 2 touchdowns on the season against these lowly Patriots, who again, I didn't get the chance to say it, man. The Patriots finished 5-11 last year, 15th in the AFC. Not a great season, but they had a lot of great contributions and performances across their offense. Bledsoe had a career year last year, man. It was a great year for him, but it just did not reflect in the wins and losses, I tell you that much. So we are back on offense now after the first half, and now we have another new face creating a huge problem on offense here as Bill Schroeder here, one of our other new free agent acquisitions from Green Bay, he fumbles on one of his first opportunities of the game, and now the Patriots are in prime prime position with a good opportunity. There we go. I got it out. But on 3rd and 4 here, the Patriots trying to throw for it. Bledsoe at least gets out to the sticks, but I think he's still going to be short. And so on 4th and 1, they're going to bring up Vinatieri for another field goal opportunity. And our defense, man, in the red zone has just been solid in this game, man. We have just been constricting the Patriots' offensive push right when it gets in the thick of it, man. So just that's something to know. Just good to know. I don't think our defense is really the thing that greatly improved on our team. Everything's a little bit better everywhere, but, you know, like, I don't think the defense completely went night and day. But, you know, it is probably the better side of the football, I guess, maybe you could say. But a little bit later on, and Schroeder's going to make up for his previous mistake here as he gets a nice catch deep downfield, and that's going to get us across midfield. We were pretty much at midfield, but that's going to get us deep into New England territory. And now we have a prime scoring opportunity thanks to a nice reception from Schroeder, surrounded by Patriots, man. Dilfer just fit that one in a window. Good pass from Dilfer. So 1st and 10 here, Dilfer back to pass once again, and he finds Eric Moulds, and Eric Moulds has a step, and he's in the end zone for another Bills touchdown, and it's his first of the season. Eric Moulds did not have a lot of them last year. He only had 4, so our top receiver, not just in terms of money, but just skill. I mean, he's the best player on our offense, not producing nearly what we need from him. But again, I think it's more of a Dilfer problem. You got a 91 overall receiver. I tend to lean on the quarterback, who's a 74 overall. So, but Dilfer having no problems getting it to Moulds on that play here. Now he's already got 1. So he's already got 25% of the touchdowns he had last year. And he's got another huge catch in this game. Thanks to Dilfer finding him there. So as long as Dilfer finds number 80 somewhere downfield, I think we're okay. But the third quarter comes to a close. We are handsomely in the lead over the Patriots here, 21-6. A strong showing in the division here late night. I believe it's Sunday Night Football that we're playing, by the way. I think this is Sunday Night Football. So we open the season on Sunday night. So I don't know, just fun. Just a fun thing to note. So Westbrook with another catch in this game, and that's going to get us inside the red zone. Another scoring opportunity for this Bills offense. We're just rolling right now in week number 1, man. The optimism is high. Things are very high. So 2nd and 1, Dilfer going to hand this one off to Morris, and Morris is going to get flattened and met at the line, but I think he's going to have just enough for the first down marker. We'll see here if it's 4th down or not, but no, it's not. So it's a first down, but now we fast forward to 3rd and goal at about the 1-yard line, trying to get this one to Travis Henry, see if he can get inside the end zone, but he cannot. So if you're wondering how we got to the 1-yard line, Travis Henry ran it basically all the way up, and I think he even came down in the end zone, but they marked him short. So, but we were unable to get in on the subsequent plays. On 4th and goal, bring out Steve Christie for the first time today. And I mentioned all last season that I was going to mess with the field goal sliders, and I do, but I forgot to do it until I was halfway through my recording session. So by week 7 or 8, it'll change. But for the first handful of games, it's still going to be about the same. So. But we managed to pick up a huge division win, huge primetime win in our home opener, in season opener, over the Patriots here. That's huge, man. So if you're going to win games like this, you definitely have to do it against division opponents. That's for sure. So 3rd down was such a huge stark contrast. We were decent on 3rd down, but the Patriots, man, could not get anything rolling on our defense, man. Just one of the best defensive performances we've seen from this Bills team since we've taken over, man. It's just been incredible. Just incredible to see. So Dilfer had a bit of a decent game here. Completion percentage is getting closer to where we kind of like here, averaging almost 10 yards, which is pretty solid. Throwing for the sticks basically every time, pretty good from him. And Sammy Morris just continues doing what he does. And Schroeder and Westbrook are 2 new acquisitions, lead the team in receptions, not so much in yards, but in receptions. And so a lot of great things to pull away from this performance. And I think if we keep building on to that, we will continue to win games. But we have a tough opponent now. So we had an easy one in week 1, but now we have a tough opponent in the Jacksonville Jaguars, coming off a 37-13 slaughter of the Tennessee Titans, their new division opponent. Again, air quotes, because they were in the Central together, but now they're in the New South. You get it. The whole NFL's realigned. Just bear with me here, if you don't already know. But after that huge win on Monday Night Football, now the Jaguars are looking to, I think that was a road game, so now this is their home opener, and they're looking to kind of continue that momentum against us coming off a big win over the Pats. So the Jaguars were 10-6 last season. They made it as a wild card. They did not win the Central, and they were bounced out in the first round against the Steelers in the wild card game. So obviously they're looking to continue and with that forward momentum get back into the playoffs. Obviously we're trying to get into the playoffs for the first time. I don't know if it's possible for this team right now, but we'll see, man. We'll see. We're young, and maybe that's playing to our advantage against this Jaguars team that's got some pretty solid vets all around here. Mark Brunell is coming off his 3rd straight season with over 3,000 yards. He had 26 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions, man. He had a great year last year, and Fred Taylor had a bit of a regression, which we're not really, which is a little bit shocking here, but I think he might have battled injury. I don't know. It's weird. But this is still a high-powered offense that we need to watch out for, man. We absolutely need to watch out for. So Burnell hands this one off to Fred Taylor, and Fred Taylor just relying on the speed and getting out into open territory. And Henry Jones is going to grab a little bit too much of the face mask on the tackle, and so tack on even more yardage, following a huge pickup already from Fred Taylor. So I was just talking about the regression of Fred Taylor, and he's already got a huge gain for the Jaguars on the ground. So 3rd and 1 we're going to fast forward to as our defense trying to get the Jaguars off the field here, and Burnell able to find an open target here. I think it's Keenan McCardle who he finds, who had to come back to the football. And yeah, it's Keenan McCardle who had to come back to the football, but still plenty of open space. There wasn't really anyone playing all that close or that tight to him, so he was still able to get the first down for the Jaguars. Their drive will continue, but it's another 3rd and 1 for the Jags as our defense is trying everything it can. Pressure's on to Burnell, but he gets rid of it in time, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Jaguars as they're able to find Sean Dawkins, who had over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns last season. He's got one already in this season. So Burnell, back to pass here. Flips one all the way out, and that one is somehow caught. It looks like a car crash. Just so many bodies out there on the ground, but I think that's their fullback. Is that their fullback who made that catch? It might have been. It's not. I don't know. It might have been their fullback, but on 3rd and 4 here, forcing a lot of 3rd downs for the Jags, and we can't really get them off the field until now. We finally are able to do it as Antoine Winfield gets in the way of that pass, and Burnell, under pressure, man, had to run for his life and just get rid of it somewhere, and that one is incomplete. So on 4th down here, the Jags are going to try a field goal opportunity, and of course it is good. It's just a little bit of a chip shot for Hollis, so the Jaguars will continue to add on to their lead, and we find ourselves on a 2-possession hole after just 1 quarter of play. But on 3rd and 1, our time on offense here, and now just the play completely falls apart, but Travis Henry able to get in open space and get the first down, and that is going to extend the drive. And the camera work, we weren't even able to see what happened, but the play was blown up immediately, but Travis Henry able to evade the pressure in the backfield and get out into open space. So we're going to stick with the ground game as Travis Henry's continuing his reign of terror, and he gets into open space once again and drags some defense into the end zone for his first touchdown of the season. And we love to see this from Travis Henry, man. We didn't really get to see hardly any snaps from Travis Henry last season. He was cool in what he did do last year. He did have a touchdown, but already in this game, man, he's just doing big things. So cutting the lead a little bit here of Jacksonville, but the Jaguars are back on the attack, and Burnell, man, it's hard to limit this Jaguars passing attack when you got guys like that, Jimmy Smith, who had over 800 yards and 7 touchdowns last year. And we could probably expect him to do something like that today. So on 3rd and 1 here, Burnell going to hand this one off to Fred Taylor. Fred Taylor is going to get bounced just before getting into the goal line, but he does get the first down for the Jaguars, so they'll have at least another 3 or 4 opportunities to score once again. But they're only going to need one as Fred Taylor actually, no, it's not Fred Taylor. I think that's not their fullback. Their listed fullback is not number 34, so I'm guessing it's just their backup running back, who I do not have wrote down on my roster sheet. But either way, the Jaguars get another touchdown, and so the lead goes back to 10 points. As we are just pretty much playing catch-up here with this Jaguars offense. It's just too high-powered. So after a penalty here, it's 2nd and 20. Dilfer gets rid of it, deep shot, and just no one's home. Nobody is home. I don't know if that was a miscommunication with Westbrook. I'm not entirely sure, man. I really don't know. But either way, it's going to be intercepted by the Jaguars defense. And now Jacksonville with a huge opportunity to just completely blow this game wide open. But 3rd and 3, our defense still trying everything that it can. And Fred Taylor cannot get back to the line to gain. And so that is going to be 4th down for the Jags. And they're probably going to let the time expire here as they look to kick another field goal and make this a 20-7 game. The kick is up and it is good. And Hollis is good today. He's 100% today, man. 47-yarder nailed through. So the Jaguars really kind of opening the lead a little bit here. It's still in it here. Just 1 score, we get us right back into this, but it's still just simply a 2-possession game, but it just looks bad on the scoreboard. You know, it just looks bad on the scoreboard. But from about midfield here, Dilfer, the pocket is collapsing. Deep shot downfield, and that pass is caught by Eric Moulds, and it's in the end zone for another touchdown. He had one in the last game, and now he's got one in this game. 2 touchdowns in back-to-back games? Well, what's happening with Eric Moulds? What are we doing here? Has Dilfer finally figured out how to get the ball to number 80? Has he finally figured it out? Did we grab him by his shoulder pads in the press box? Like, dude, you got to throw it to him. He's making over $7 million a year. Find it to him. But either way, that's all that happens in the 3rd quarter is that 1 big play. It's all. But now it's just a 1-possession game. So we're back in this thing, man. On offense on 3rd and 2. Dilfer under pressure. He's going to get gobbled up. Just absolutely nothing doing. Look at this, man. All of our guys. Look at our rookies just lost out there. Just don't even know who to block, man. Just don't know where to look. Don't know who to block. I think that was literally all of our rookies, man. I'm pretty sure. Because our rookies are the interior. There are both of our guards and our center. That's who we rebuilt. So I think that was all 3 of them just looking around, just lost. Didn't know where to go. And Christie barely barely scraping by here with a 50-yarder, but he does manage to get us some points. So now it is just a 3-point game here in Jacksonville. We have completely clawed our way back. But on another 3rd and 2, we get the ball back, which was huge. We give it off to Morris, who can't bounce outside that block and can't get to the line to gain. And so Jacksonville's defense comes up huge on that 3rd down, but we got to. It's 4-down territory, so we're keeping the offense on the field on 4th and 3. Morris again running towards the line again, and it was a weird tackle. Maybe he got it. I can't quite tell. I think he might have gotten it. It's a weird spot, but they are going to give it to us. So we're still basically at the 50-yard line, and Dilfer floats one across the middle, and that pass is going to be caught, I believe, by Westbrook. It was just kind of a mess of Jaguars and Bills. I think Moles was in the mix as well, but I think it's Westbrook who comes down with it, and that should be another 1st down for the Bills offense. And now this game is getting interesting. So 3rd and 8 here inside the Jaguar 35, and Dilfer moving around in the pocket, steps up and unloads, and he finds an open target here at about the 10-yard line. It's Eric Moulds at about the 11 or 12-yard line. And so now, man, we are in prime position. At the very least, we can tie the game with just a field goal here, but obviously we're probably trying to look for the win here if we can get into the end zone. So coming out of the 2-minute warning now, it is 1st and 10. We're going to pitch it to Morris, and Morris has nowhere to go. Bounce off the first tackle and breaks it again, and he's going to get to the 1st down marker, and he's going to get in the end zone. How on earth? How on earth did he manage to pull that off? There were 2 Jaguars that were standing and looking at Sammy Morris, and somehow he's not only free, but he's in the end zone. I don't even know, man. He's a magic man. So we take the lead over Jacksonville, but they have plenty of time to tie it up if they want to. So 1st and 10, and Mark Burnell sends us one into the grass quickly. So 2nd and 10, only a second or so off the clock. Burnell back to pass, pressure's on, he's going to get gobbled up and sacked. And I'm trying to see who that was. I want to know who that was. I think that was a rookie. I think it might have been our rookie, Shevin Jackson. I think it was our rookie, but either way, 3rd and 17 now. Clock is still expiring here as the Jaguars just run with a hurry-up. Pressure's on again. Burnell dumps it downfield and just airmails it over his intended target, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and 17 as he cannot connect with Jimmy Smith. So Burnell here, 4th and 17. Can he at least get to the line to gain? Burnell back to pass here. Pressure's on again. Pocket's collapsing, but he gets rid of it in time, and that pass is going to be completed to Jimmy Smith. He goes to the same spot on the field he went on the last play. I guess the Jaguars were like, dude, let's just rerun it. Just reshuffle the deck and just try the same play again. And this time it works here in double coverage. We got 2 guys tailing Jimmy Smith, but he's the one who comes down with it. So a minute and 20 left to go, and now the Jags in good position here, but they can't just have a field goal. They need a touchdown if they want to, just take the lead. They cannot tie with a field goal, so they're going to have to get into the end zone on 1st and 10. The clock at least will stop as Keenan McCardle has that pass thrown to his ankles, to his shins. So on 3rd and 1, just a minute left to go in the game. Burnell pressure quickly, but he gets rid of it in time to Kyle Brady. And Kyle Brady, who we haven't called all game, he gets a huge catch in this one with a 1st down. And now timeout's going to be called here with 37 seconds left to go. We're going to fast forward to 3rd and 3. Burnell pressure's on, gets rid of it in time, and that pass is caught at about the 4 or 5-yard line. He gets brought back a little bit, but I think they're going to mark him probably at about the 5. as it's going to be Sean Dawkins who makes a huge catch again. And now time expiring once again. 27 seconds, 26 seconds, first and goal. The Jaguars trying to get up to the line here. Is Burnell going to get the spike off? Down to 20 seconds, and he does. So 19 seconds. Took a lot of time to get the offense set once again, but still, it's going to be second and goal with 19 seconds left to go. Can our defense keep the Jags out of the end zone? Burnell, quick throw across the middle, and it's going to be caught, and no, we can't do it. Jimmy Smith just runs a quick route across the middle here, quick crossing route. And just an easy play for the Jags all day, every day, man. Just a very, very easy play. And Jacksonville regains the lead here late in this ball game. And now we're only going to have like 15 seconds or so, maybe after the kickoff, to answer back, if we even can answer back. So we fought all the way back here, caught back up, but now the Jags back in control. So first and 10 here, 16 seconds left to go. And Dilfer able to get to Westbrook here, but nowhere close to the sticks and nowhere close to out of bounds. So 12 seconds, we're blowing a timeout. Second and 4, Dilfer back to pass. Under pressure, throws it on the run here, and it's going to be caught by Schroeder, who's into some open space here, and he's going to get tackled at about the 46 or 47-yard line of the Bills. So now with 6 seconds left to go, another timeout blown. Dilfer back to pass here. Essentially the last play unless we can get out of bounds, and that pass is incomplete to Remersma. So 2 seconds left to go. We got one more shot to the end zone. Can Dilfer get it down there? We got to heave it if we can. Dilfer heaves a deep shot down the sideline, and it's going to be caught with a step towards the end zone, but he's going to get caught by the shoestrings. It's Eric Moulds, and Eric Moulds has the catch that we needed, but he can't get out in open space, and he's going to be tackled shy of the goal line, man. Oh, I bet he saw it. I bet he was tasting end zone grass, tasting the glory. We're going to get a look at this, man. Dilfer just absolutely heaves this ball, and look at that, man. Eric Moulds with the step, gets caught by the shoestrings. What an amazing amazing tackle from the Jaguar defense to save this game, and they are going to end up winning the shootout as the Jaguars are on top 27-24, and we're going to suffer our first loss at the hands of these Jaguars. Okay, that's not a terrible loss. I think I'm okay with that, considering where we were in week 1. I think there's still a lot of things to look at here in week number 2 in performances. The fact that our team did not quit. As you can see, statistically, we outplayed the Jaguars in most metrics. We were even, well, third down's about the same. We converted about the same, but we had a better percentage. So I guess that is the big thing here. The big thing to note that's a little bit concerning is red zone opportunities. We did not drive the ball into the red zone hardly in this game, and then our defense completely regressed in the red zone against the Jags compared to where they were last week with the Patriots. So those are the concerning things that I'm kind of looking at, but overall, I don't think it's really that terrible of a performance. I think, the Jags are a good team, you know what I mean? And on the road, it's just kind of wacky. So we'll see what the consistent trends are with this team this year. There was kind of a lot of inconsistencies last year that were kind of weird, that we kind of had to keep an eye on here. But Eric Moulds has a great game. That's something that we also need to look at as well. So good things to pull from, and the schedule doesn't get a whole lot easier as a good Jets team. I don't think the Jets were all that good last season. I think they finished 8-8 perhaps. I'll have that number in the next video, but they are our next opponent. We are back home in Orchard Park here at Ralph Wilson, and we'll be welcoming the Jets home with us, as well as somebody else. So I always forget the second opponent in the video, but you'll find out in the beginning of the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching here, and I will see you in the next one when we play the Jets.